welcome to Mortgage Q&A with AJ. AJ will be here to teach us all things about mortgages, and who better to introduce themselves than AJ himself. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm AJ Jackson with Family First Mortgage Group. I'm the owner of a small brokerage in California that focuses on refinances and purchases, and I've been in the business for 20 years.
Jeez.
And
you know your stuff.
I definitely do. I'm here just to bring out the exacts that go with refinances and purchases and focus on honest lending, and because there is a lot that goes into refinances and purchases, and people can be taken advantage of.
And honest lending as opposed to dishonest lending, is that something we need to worry about?
I would say yes, because at the end of the day, there's lots of money to be saved. Okay. And there's a lot of money that's made in the business, and people can definitely be taken advantage of if they don't know what they qualify for.
Okay, so we are in good hands with you. Wow, I'm so happy that I'm talking to you right now, because my husband and I just bought our first home a year ago, so I'll definitely have some questions. Right. But take it away. Right. Take us into our first topic, which is.
So the biggest thing that's going on right now is interest rates are at an all-time low.
Okay.
And people are very interested in is this the right time to refinance? I feel like there are some misconceptions in our industry of, if I don't lower my rate more than 1%, I shouldn't do it.
Right.
That's not the truth. For me, it's basic math that goes into refinancing. Okay. It's how quickly do I make my money back, and how long I'm going to live in this home, right? So if I'm going to be in my home for 5 years, as long as I make my money back within a year, that might be the right time. Okay. So the way that interest rates work is you can do a no closing cost refinance. You can do, you can pay points.
Okay, wait, rewind. Yeah. What are points?
So that is definitely something we will talk about.
Okay.
It's very, we have to be very elaborate on that.
That'll be a whole other episode.
Yeah,
We'll take time
to talk about that.
Fantastic.
So when it comes to refinancing, for situations, I have lots of clients that call and say, hey, I have a 3.5 interest rate. Can I save any money right now, right? So I would reach out to them, letting them know, hey, we can save you 0.5% in interest rate, get you down to a 3%.
And that's worth it?
If your closing costs are little to nothing,
right,
then it's definitely worth it, right? Okay. And it's basic math. If I can save you $100 a month, but it only cost you $1,200 for the refinance, you made your money back in 12 months. And if you're going to live in your home for 5 years, why would you not want to save that over a 60-month term, right? Okay. So it does be beneficial.
I'm relating this to my life right now. Right. My husband and I bought a house a year ago, and we were at a 3.5 interest rate. Okay. And after a year with the pandemic, and I know that's been a lot for everyone, we lost our jobs, we went into forbearance, which I didn't even know that was a thing, but now I do. And now we are out of that, and our mortgage company, they reached out to us about potentially refinancing, because now the interest rates have dropped about a point. Right. So what do you think we should do? Do you think we should go for it?
Yes, I definitely believe so. The biggest thing is you want to reach out, you want to figure out the numbers, right?
Which I'm horrible at. Right.
And I would say this to anyone, it is free to start the process. Okay. So to dive in, what people get nervous about is, does it cost me anything? Yeah. Just to get information, it doesn't cost you anything, right? Okay. So, obviously they need to pull your credit, they need to look at your income, and then they send you the numbers. My biggest suggestion is for everyone is there needs to be a loan officer that you feel comfortable with, that you can give the information to. It doesn't mean that they're going to win the business. It doesn't mean they're going to do the job, but you know that they're going to be looking out for you.
A loan officer. And how do you know that you're choosing a good loan officer? Like, how do you interview them? What are the questions to ask?
The truth is you're just going to feel comfortable. There's an honesty to it. There's things that they're going to share with you.
Intuition.
Right? There isn't, when you look up things that they're talking about, you learn that they're true, that they're honest, that you're finding out they're factual.
Okay, so do your homework as well.
Exactly, you're right. And nothing's wrong with shopping around, right? Which, again, we will get into with another topic about shopping for the best rate
another
possible.
Episode.
But right now, I believe is the best time to refinance because rates are at an all-time low.
Right.
And nothing is wrong with getting free information and taking a look at if it can save you money. And again, basic math is going to tell you if it's right or not.
All right, AJ, can you just walk me through the step-by-step of refinancing?
Yeah. So what it looks like is someone's giving me a call or I'm reaching out to one of my prior clients and saying, hey, I feel like this is a good time for you to refinance, or someone's giving me a call letting me know that they like. So the basic questions that I have for them are 3 questions. It's how much do you owe on your home?
Okay.
How much do you think your home is worth? Which I also can go on Google and kind of look that up, right? And then I ask, what is your current credit score?
Okay.
Right? And those are basic things that I look, so I go in on a price it up. So, and the reason why I bring this up is because people feel like that you have to pull their credit in the beginning, and you don't. Your loan officer should feel comfortable enough to give you information without pulling your credit score.
Okay.
And if they won't take that time, it's almost, I feel like you're working with the wrong company.
Oh, okay. So that's a red flag.
Red flag, because they don't need to pull your credit. They can give you an interest rate based off of the information that you're providing.
Okay, that's good to remember then.
Right. And that takes me literally 2 minutes to do. I can go online and I price it up through our lenders. And I would then state what your payment would be. And you would let us know if that works for you. And based off of that, after that, that's when I need the income documentation, right? We need 2 years W-2s, 2 most recent pay stubs, copy of your driver's license, mortgage statement, and homeowner's insurance.
Okay.
They send that over. We take the loan application at that point. We upload to the lender, and then we submit the loan. And at that time, there's a loan estimate that comes to you that then I would go over that with you in detail, where you would start to feel more comfortable and get an understanding of what those numbers look like.
Okay. And right now, with everything that's been going on in the world, and well, the rates being at an all-time low, do you have a lot of people approaching you about this?
I've done more business in the last 3 years than I've ever done. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, and the thing for me is I want to be just a loan officer that people come to just for information, right? I only do loans in California, but I have friends, family that live in New York, that live in Massachusetts, that will call me and ask questions, and I will be that guide. And I feel like everyone should have someone like that. So with rates at an all-time low right now, a lot of our refinances are cash out refinances, and there's a huge difference between a cash out refinance and a rate and term refinance.
Okay, yes, break this down because I do not know what this means at all.
So there are, on a cash out refinance, the rule is you are allowed to go up to 80% loan to value. So what your house is worth compared to what you owe. So if your house is worth $500,000, and 80% would be $400,000.
Okay.
If you owe $200,000, that means you're allowed to take out $200,000 cash out on your home.
Okay.
Right. So, which is obviously more risky. To the lender because they're allowing you to raise your loan to value.
Right.
You know, if the market dropped, if you went upside down, right? You owe more than your house is worth.
Is this popular?
Cash out refinances, very popular.
Really?
For example, if you have a credit card that you owe $20,000 on, and your interest rate's 11%. Well, mortgage interest rates are at 2.875.
Right.
So you could take cash out, pay your credit card off, and save that money monthly, and now apply that to your mortgage, or you'd save money monthly, right?
All these tricks of the trade I didn't know about.
Now, with cash out refinances, obviously interest rates are higher because of more risk than there is on a rate and term refinance. So rate and term refinance, it's less risk. It's meaning you're not pulling any cash. So your interest rate's going to be a little bit lower than on a cash out refinance. But the difference isn't very substantial, right? It's an eighth, like so 0.125. So if I can get you a 2.625 on a rate and term refinance, on a cash out refinance, it'll probably be 2.75 or 2.875.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that bad, which again, a lot of clients right now are taking cash out and to either fix their home up,
clear their credit cards,
pay off debt, send kids to school.
Yeah.
Like it's a good time to take care of.
That's a great option.
Because
I didn't know that we had.
With rates being this low, the value of their home has gone up.
Right.
A lot over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, wow. Okay, can you walk us through a couple examples of these that you had with a couple of your clients to kind of give us an idea of the process?
Yeah, so again, I have lots of clients that are calling right now and just stating, hey, it looks like my home has gone up $200,000 over the last 4 years, especially in California. And they're reaching out saying, hey, we want to put in a pool. Obviously, they've had children. They're getting older. I live in Sacramento, so obviously the weather's super warm. And if you don't have a pool, you're just probably not in a good situation.
Right.
So people are calling and saying, okay, right now is what if they have a 3.5 interest rate? I'm dropping their interest rate to 2.75. I'm giving them the cash out, and their payment's staying the same. Wow. So to me, it's where can you go right now, get money, and your payment stays the same. You're right. If you were to take out a credit card, if you were to take out a loan, you'd have to pay on top of your mortgage. So it's a win-win for everyone there.
Okay.
You know, and on the rate and term refinances, we do a really good job at our company of reaching out to our past clients. And you know, it's being in the know in the industry, right? It's not taking this for granted. It's understanding what you do and being a professional and reaching out to our clients and letting them know, hey, when we purchased your home a year ago, I got you a 3.625 interest rate. Right. Today, interest rates are at 2.75. You would save this much money. Sometimes it's just through a text message, and they're reaching back to me immediately going, yes, I'd love to save money. This is the perfect time. And that's how I keep those relationships and get referral-based business.
So in regards to a cash-out refinance, so let's just say my husband and I wanted to redo our driveway.
Right.
Which we really need to redo our driveway. Is this an opportunity where we could do a cash-out refinance?
It could. I mean, so the basic questions that I would have is, how much do you owe on your mortgage? What do you think your home is worth? Which I could look up.
Right.
And then what's your current interest rate? And if once we figure out those things, I could let you know, what your rate would be.
I'm going to look into this because now you've got me thinking.
Yeah, and it's the perfect time to do it. I mean, like I said, in situations where I think you were saying your interest rate was 3.5.
It was. I think it's dropped a point.
Okay, so 2.5.
Yeah.
Right. And other situations where you could take cash out, which we haven't talked about, there's opportunities through second mortgages. I don't do second mortgages, but Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they do equity lines of credits or fixed rate seconds where you can borrow money from your home. And in your case, if your rate's 2.5, I would state that you'd probably want to look into a second mortgage because you don't want to take all of your money, which we will talk about again with blended rate, which is another episode is this the right time to do it or should you take out the cash sometimes a second mortgage is the right move because if you're only looking for a small
and that would be
dollar,
at the same interest rate.
No, they're different interest rates actually. So I know. So that's what we'd have to figure out, combining those rates together if it's the right move.
I see. Okay. All right, AJ, thank you for this first episode. It was so informative and I feel like I learned so much, so I'm sure the viewers did as well. And I can't wait for the next episode so that we can all become experts like you in mortgages. Well, we'll never be as good as you with mortgages, but you know what I mean. You're going to get us there.
I look forward to just keeping honesty in the industry and educating more and more people about what we do.
I love that. I love that. So until next time, we'll see you next week.